Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Claire. I'm really inspired at the moment by spring and by blossom. It's not really spring yet, it's still pretty cold and wet and miserable outside, but there's blossom on the trees. So it reminded me of a colour scheme I did probably 18 months ago, and it was really pale pink and the chromium oxide green. And so I want to do a Dutch pour, a split base with some of this really pale, beautiful green and white. And then I want to do a sort of blossom themed colour scheme on the Dutch pour and blow it out as a kind of wave. So I'm really excited, something slightly different and some totally different colours for me. So let me show you what I'm going to use. So these are the colours. So this colour here is the base. I just want to show you something. Can you see how many air bubbles are in there? I have just this minute mixed it. So I'm filming this now, but I'm actually going to pour this probably in a couple of hours time. But can you see loads and loads of bubbles? So what will happen if you tap it, often it helps, all those air bubbles in that paint that I've mixed in are going to come to the surface. So when I pour the paint, hopefully the air bubbles will go. So this colour is this one, Pebeo Studio Acrylics, chrome green hue. So I've not used this actual one before. So I've mixed it here, but with some white. I think, what did I add? I think I added 80 grams of white and 30 grams of the green. So I had to add quite a lot of the white to get it nice and pale. But it's just this really beautiful, bright, fresh green. So if you can imagine that split base with some lovely white. So again, that's just Amsterdam white. And then the blossom colours are here. So Amsterdam, so I just want a touch of this. So Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, so only a tiny bit of that, just to add some depth. I've got Amsterdam Rose Light, Caput Mortem Violet, Permanent Red Violet Light. This is quite bright, so I'm not going to add loads. I want these dusky colours to be more of the main theme. And then Sap Green, because just look how beautifully that goes. Those two greens go. And then this is the true chrome green hue before it's been diluted. So I think I'll use a little bit of that. And then just to add a bit more warmth, I've got the Iridescent Gold by Pebeo Studio Acrylics. So all these colours are mixed with floetrol, and I will put the recipe in the description. I'm using a 40 by 50 centimetre canvas. I've just drawn on some pencil lines. I'm not particularly happy with any of them, but it's just to give me a rough guide of where I want to separate the colours. So I'm going to have a split colour base. So I'm going to have white and I'm going to have the pale green. It's going to go somewhere along this line. So a kind of very subtle diagonal curve, I think. So the top half, I know that I want to have white. So I'm just going to pour some of this on. I'm putting it nearer the centre so that I can blow it outwards. And then the bottom half is going to be the green. So I'm going to just use my hairdryer to blow that out so that I get a really nice even coverage. Right, so let's just have a think about my colours. I want to put some of the dark green, but I don't want it to take over. Do you know what? I think I might just put the true oxide green in. Oh no, I do like the dark green. Right, I think I'm going to do a tiny bit of both. Let's just arrange the colours in the order I'd like. Right, I'm going to start with the really dark green, the sap green. I'm just going to be putting a layer of the colour down, roughly where that line is. Then I've got the pink, and I'm going to do a slightly wiggly line. Then the deep violet. gold. I think I'm going to leave out the other green. I just feel like there's too, I'm so worried about getting brown, and I can actually see brown already from the pink and the green. I think I'm going to leave the other green out. This is the Caput Mortem Violet. And then the rose. The light rose. Oh, which has got a blockage. So to blow this piece out, I want to do, or try and do, a kind of twist in the middle. So I'm going to find where the middle is, and then I'm going to use my hairdryer to blow up in that direction. And then this side, I'm going to blow down in this direction. Now the problem here was I accidentally blew the green into those colours, so there's less colours there, so I'm not as happy with that. This one is perfect because there's no white, but I accidentally blew that green in. I wonder if I could then blow it back again with that. Right, I am absolutely loving this colour scheme. I absolutely love it. I think my favourite colour has to be that sap green. That against the white is just incredible. I love it. The bits of dark purple, the gold cells, it's so pretty. I'm really happy now with my composition. As you can see, I was changing things a bit around the edges here. I wasn't quite happy. I didn't know whether I want it blown over the edges or not. I'm going to do some torching because here there's a lot of, I can see the colour underneath the white or underneath the pink, so I want to torch there. And also here I can see the colour underneath. See, look, there it is, just underneath. I can see it, and it's trying to come through. It just needs a bit of help. Yeah, and there's just a few patches here, the same here. I absolutely love these colours. They are just so relaxing and peaceful. They're just, oh, so pretty. It's slightly dark for Blossom that I was going for. Maybe that's the purple, but it just doesn't matter. It's so pretty. Now I've got a section here I torched. I actually wish I hadn't torched it. There were a lot of these little cells already, but more came up. And in hindsight, if I do this again, I'm not going to torch it because I think I'd just rather have the more solid blocks of colour. Just, can you see the shimmer there? So that's the gold shimmering away. Look at the cells, the really beautiful cells, some big gold cells there. And just look how faint this goes. It just sort of floats off into the green. So pretty. I'm totally in love with this colour green, this shade of green. It's just beautiful. And then that dark green there, really, really like that in comparison to the other green. And then you've just got these beautiful waves of these beautiful bands of colours next to each other, the pinks and the purples. I'm so relieved there isn't really any brown. So when I laid the colours down, I could see the brown as that pink went into the gold straight away. But luckily it hasn't shown in the final piece. I often think if you add a colour a little bit like brown, like the gold, if there is any brown, it kind of masks it. So quite happy with that. So I'll be back when it's dry. Just look at these colours. I love the colours. I think I said it a million times in the video. I'm going to say it again. The colours are just beautiful. I love just how gentle and relaxing and simple this design is. I love the split base. I'm really happy with the colours, the white and the green. Let me show you close up. It's just so soft and dainty somehow, if that makes sense. My favourite bit still has to be that really deep green, because that against the white, and you can see there where it fades into the white, I just love it. You've got some beautiful cells, and it's the gold that's popped up, I think, to create the majority of the cells. And then some much smaller speckly cells there where I torched. But I think really to appreciate this one, it's better looking sort of stood back. And I also really like all these just really irregular edges. I don't ever like Dutch pours when it's a line, it's too smooth. I like them to be sort of blown around, a bit distorted around the edge. So let me know what you think. Please let me know what you think of the colours. Let me know what you think of the composition. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.